What's up guys, Scarlet here, hope you're having a good day. Today's video we're going to be talking about a bunch of the Batman universe related news today, including casting for the Batman 2, a production window for the Batman 2, and as well Robert Pattinson possibly making a cameo in the Penguin HBO Max series, and even a Harvey Dent tease. But first, if you're new to my channel, I usually cover Spider-Man scoops, rumors, leaks, confirmations for the games, movies, TV shows. I cover all of the above for the MCU and DCU and SSU as well, so if that's what you're interested in, this is your #1 channel for that, so make sure to subscribe, turn notifications on to stay up to date with the latest news. Just keep in mind anything that is not confirmed by official sources like Kevin Feige, James Gunn, a Sony executive, or sources involved with said projects are just rumors, so take it with a grain of salt. So we're still a couple years away from the Batman 2, but it's clear that the team behind Reeves' Batman universe is hard at work to continue this Elseworlds universe on TV and the big screen. Just keep in mind anything that is not confirmed by James Gunn or Matt Reeves or anyone working on these projects are just rumors, so take any scoops, leaks, rumors with a grain of salt, and I do cover rumors, leaks, scoops, confirmations on this channel. So with that, let's get straight into it. There's an interesting update regarding the Batman 2, and it includes when we might see an announcement and look at this new film and the build up to the October 2025 release date. This is the production date, so when it will start filming, which could give us some indication of when we might see casting announcements. But this is actually coming from Grace Randolph, who has a very hit or miss track record from my knowledge at least. So she tweeted a few days ago, updates, Deadpool 3 begins filming, which I will talk about that in a separate video, so stay tuned for that. But then she goes on to say the Batman 2 and it starts filming in November and should start pre-prod soon, and that means casting. So this was just a rumor until it actually got confirmed by Production Weekly 3 days later. I think that was today, the day I'm recording this at least. So this is pretty exciting guys, we should be getting some casting announcements soon, and we can possibly figure out who might possibly be the villains for this movie, since everyone's pretty excited to see who the Cape Crusader will go toe-to-toe with in this upcoming sequel. If you also don't remember, Reeves did announce his casting for the first Batman film over social media, so we could safely assume that he will likely do the same, since he seems to have a similar plan of production as the first film as well. This does seem to add up, since Reeves was doing a big chunk of the script recently, so he's probably finishing up or polishing the script and pre-prod starting soon, with them starting filming by the end of the year. And it may seem that they are starting early on production, but Reeves took a similar amount of time for the first Batman movie, like I just mentioned, so if we want it to be as good as the first one or even better, he has the same plan as last time in terms of time when it comes to production and things of that nature. Next up, we currently don't know about the characters and casting, of course, as it's too early, but there's an interesting post that came out recently that got people talking, and it includes a big Batman character. So this is coming from Batman on Film, and I don't know this source, take it with a grain of salt, as it's not from Reeves, Gunn, or anyone related. So Batman on Film tweeted out a picture of Harvey Dent in the middle of getting some exciting news for the Penguin series, suggesting we might see Harvey Dent in the upcoming Penguin HBO Max series, and we're gonna get to the Penguin series in a bit. But if he is in that series, we could probably expect to see him in the Batman 2 as well, because the Penguin series is going to directly tie into the Batman 2. Now obviously this isn't anything solid, and like on my part it's speculation. I think it would make sense, but we'll see, who knows. This does seem to make sense, him specifically being in Penguin, not necessarily Batman 2 on the other hand, because seemingly Penguin will focus on the corruption in Gotham, and especially with how far it has got at the end of the first Batman film. But I do think it's likely, because again, it's going to tie directly into the sequel, and if this Penguin series is going to be focusing on corruption in Gotham, especially with again how far it has gotten, I think it would make sense to include Harvey Dent in that aspect. And if they do include Harvey Dent, it's best they build him up rather than him be a one and done, because he could fit well into this universe that Reeves is building. So now, speaking of the Penguin, we'll get to that HBO Max series right now. During a recent episode of The Hot Mic, Jeff Snyder said that he heard that Pattinson's Batman will apparently be in the Penguin series. He said word is that Pattinson is going to appear in the Penguin.
Word is that Pattinson is going to appear in the Penguin series.
Ooh, really?
Which makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
you have the fucking Penguin running around for a 6-episode show. You're telling me he doesn't have one scene with Pattinson's Batman?
This would make Pattinson's Batman special in his own way, because this will be the first Batman to cross from film to TV and back. The Penguin series did just recently start shooting and producing. Colin Farrell did say recently as well that it has been a great script and that it will lead into the Batman Part 2. But for the rumor of Pattinson showing up in the Penguin series, take it with a grain of salt, as from my knowledge as Jeff Snyder's track record is hit or miss when it comes to scoops. And as well, we haven't heard this rumor anywhere else. I will say though that since this show does take place after the Batman and is leading into the Batman Part 2, again, it does seem to make sense to see Pattinson in this show, but we just won't really know until the show comes out. Now next up, actually the star of the Penguin series, Colin Farrell, was interviewed by Variety about the Penguin series. Farrell said it starts about a week after the Batman ends, so Gotham is still somewhat underwater. I read the script of the first episode and it opens up on my feet splashing through the water in Falcone's office. Even that alone, when I read it, I was like, oh Jesus. He then went on to say it's lovely, it's so well written, I love the character, I wanted to do it more and more and more. So it seems like Farrell really enjoys playing this role, which great to hear, but this does confirm a couple of things. It does start a week after the Batman ends and Gotham's still underwater. The first episode opens with Penguin splashing through Falcone's office, which definitely does sound a little spine chilling just hearing about it in my opinion. I definitely can't wait to watch this show, especially with the cinematography. He then later went on to say that it will be, I think, 6 or 8 hours. And in a different interview with Variety, he told them it's going to be an 8-part thing. So with this, we're getting 8 episodes, and I did the math a little bit. It seems like each episode will be anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour, and this does seem to add up with him mentioning before that he thinks the show runtime will be 6 to 8 hours. Hopefully the show does get hour-long episodes. I like shows that do that personally. I hope we get to see Battinson cameo in the show. That would be pretty neat as well. I'm pretty excited for this show. I can't wait to see it come out. So now I'm going to pass it on to you guys. What do you guys think of all these confirmations and rumors for the Batman Part 2 and as well the Penguin series? Make sure you comment your opinion down below so I can discuss it with you. With that being said, thank you for taking time out of your day to click on this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys want more of this type of content. Don't forget to check out my latest video on the left or on the right hand side, a video or a playlist picked for you by YouTube's algorithm. Again, hope you have a good day. Hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time.